Hey guys, hope you're all well. Right, it's a very dull, damp Sunday afternoon, and I'm actually going to do something for myself, which I'm very much looking forward to. It makes a pleasant change. Anyway, the KX has gone. A very sad moment. It really was. Not making that up, I was genuinely gutted about parting with that bike, mainly because I didn't really get to enjoy it. I barely touched it. I've done all these great things to it, and you know what happened. And yeah, and you know what doesn't seem to be getting better anytime soon. So the rough, gnarly off-road days are over for the foreseeable future. So to me, there was no point in having that kind of bike just sat there collecting cobwebs, and obviously leaving bikes sat does them no good, and I didn't really want to see that bike go downhill. So yeah, I came to the tough decision to part with it. Anyway, a wonderful gentleman of the same name came and collected the bike, and yeah, easy sort of transaction. He was spot on to own that type of bike. He has a KX450 that he rides, so perfect. He knows how to kick these things over and stuff like that, so it couldn't have gone to a better person. Anyway, the following day I went and got something else, because I literally wanted to do it quick. I didn't want sort of money sat around, because I don't know about you guys, if you sell something and you have a bit of money sitting around, somehow it starts like dwindling. It's going down. Oh, I'll just take a tenner out there to pop to the shop and get some milk. Oh, I'll just stick a bit of diesel in the van, and before you know it, half of it's gone. I've been terrible for that in the past, and this time it was not happening. So the following day, I just literally went and spent the lot. The exact amount that I got for the KX is what this new machine cost me. And we'll see how we get on with it. Obviously there's some jobs to do. I got it for a very reasonable price off a great young man called Matt, and again, very easy transaction, job done, and it's now sat in my shed. Let's take a look. Drum roll. There we go. It's very black, which I kind of like as well. That is an XT, a 2011 XT 660X. Yeah, I've never owned one before. I've had an XT 600 many years ago, which, you know, probably, I guess that's sort of the older version to this, I don't know. And that was a great little bike to trap around on. The difference with this one, as you can probably see, it's sort of in supermoto trim, which I am going to leave. I'm going to leave it like that. The reason being, it will calm me down. But I am, as and when I can, going to put some tyres on it with a little bit more sort of grip for trails, not crazy gnarly off-roads, throwing ourselves off cliffs and trying to go up like sheer climbs and stuff like that. That's over with. It's done. But I am, like I say, it needs some rubber on the back tyre anyway, because it's got a bit of lack of rubber on the back tyre, and it's totally illegal. So it needs tyres anyway. So I'm going to search for some tyres that are suitable sort of on-road and a bit of mild off-road. Now the front wheel on this is a 17-inch, which kind of sort of restricts your choice with more of a knobbly-ish tyre. but it doesn't matter. They're out there. They're on the market. I had a quick search. Continental do one, but that's a lot pricey, so I'll probably steer clear of that because again I have to do everything on sort of a budget, which ain't a problem. It's the way I roll. So yeah, I'm gonna have a bit more of a search. I think there's a tyre called a Kenda. I don't know, something like that. Is it Kenda? That sounds right. They do sort of more of a sort of 50-50 or whatever, knobbly-ish tyre. So yeah, I'm going to do a bit more research there and get something, and then when I can, I'm going to change the tyres so it is a tiny bit more behaved off-road. Obviously for off-roading you are better with a 21-inch front wheel. It skips across the lumps and bumps and climbs a bit better, but like I say, I am leaving it with these wheels in with a better tyre to stop me doing stupid stuff, because if I know the bike's more capable of doing it, I will go and do stupid stuff. Yes, I know I will. So we are leaving it sort of supermoto-ish, and I kind of like that look as well, and yeah, we'll sort that out eventually. So there is some jobs to do on the bike. One of the first jobs I'm going to do, the headlight bulb's gone, so Matt, who I got the bike off, kindly supplied a bulb, so that'll be going in. And one other little thing that, yeah, sort of niggles me a little bit, each to their own, this bit here, I don't know if that even belongs on this bike. It doesn't look right to me, because yeah, half the little sticker for this screen is going behind this. It just doesn't seem to fit right in my eyes. It doesn't need it. I certainly don't need protection from the wind that's on a bike that's, I don't know, what's it do, 100 mile an hour flat out on a good day maybe. I don't know. At the end of the day, on my BMW, I've got the smallest screen in the world on that. I don't mind getting blasted by the wind. I kind of like it. The speeds that I'll go on this bike, that is not going to be an issue at all. So I'll rather remove that and just have the light and the little number board that we have here. So this top bit is going. Again, each to their own. I know everybody's going to have a difference of opinions of probably some other things I do on this bike as well. That's fine. That's fine. I just want to start with, get this bike tip-top mechanically, so I'll give it a bit of a service. The brake pads look okay, but I will be cleaning them all up. One of the main things I want to do, I want to get the exhaust pipe off it, because I want to give that a proper clean, because I don't think it's ever been done, because it is baked. Although that is stainless, you know, all the road grime over time is just baked on there. So if I get that clean, then I can keep on top of it and keep it nice and in good clean condition. Then the little crash bar at the front, I'm going to pop this off and give that a coat of paint. It's only because it's sort of in the firing line of the front wheel there, and I'll get all the frame cleaned up and see how that is. We'll probably give it a coolant change, oil change. I'll see what the brake fluid's like and may change all that out. You know, little bits that may have not been done for a while, and then it's peace of mind for me as well, doing all this stuff and get it mechanically sound. It's got a full Akrapovic exhaust system on. Akrapovic, how's that properly said? I want the guy who owns a Akrapovic to come in and have a cup of tea and tell me how to say it properly. I hear it said in all sorts of different ways. Akrapovic, whatever. Anyway, it's got that on. I'd like to see the badges back on it here. I can see where they've been, but I don't know, they may have got a little bit scruffy and someone's took them off. Set of badges for the pair's like £8, so I've already ordered them. That's the first thing. Yeah. What I did notice when I was looking at a lot of these bikes, this has the nicer swing arm in. So some of the early ones, and it seems like the 660R, which is a little bit more off-road orientated because it has got the 21-inch front wheel in, and I'll sort of try to stop myself going down that road. They seem to just have a square box section swing arm. So yeah, this has got the nicer swing arm. This is alloy, a nice cast alloy one or whatever it is. You know, it might get powder coated, you know, at some point, but not just yet, because I want the bike mechanically sound tip top in that way and be able to go and use it. Not even ridden it yet, because yeah, I can't just yet. I'm just trying to hang out for this shoulder. I know I'm having loads of people tell me in the comments, it is hurting. It is going to be a bit of an up and down journey with this shoulder. And one, I cannot stop working. It's impossible. I'd love to just go and have time off where I'm not using it at all, but I can't. That's the joys of self-employment. We don't get sick pay and stuff like that, so I'm afraid you have to try and keep plodding on. Not moaning, it's just the way it is. It's the path I've chose, so I've got to deal with it. So yeah, you do have to try and plod on through injuries and things like that. So people say, oh, don't worry about the videos. I can't stop, or else we'll be trying to find worms in the garden for dinner and stuff like that. And yeah, living under a park bench if we're not careful. Anyway. So yeah, well, I'm going to go through as many jobs as I can today. That'll probably, to be fair, will be just get this off. Get that off. I want to see it without that. Change the bulb, and we'll get that exhaust pipe off, the front crash bar there, and get all that pipe nice and clean, and probably give this crash bar a coat of paint. I have got a can as what is called Raptor paint, and it is amazing stuff to paint. So I'll probably just tidy that crash bar up with some Raptor paint. And then as we go through all this stuff and take things off, we'll get everything cleaned properly. Anyway, I'm gonna make myself a cup of tea and we'll crack on. Okay, to start with then, I'm gonna figure out how to get this off. And yeah, that's what exactly I'm doing, figuring it out as I go along, because I don't quite know how to get at it. So I'm just undoing a few things to see what starts coming loose. I think this is just on these brackets here, so it's got it like its own brackets. I don't know, you know, it might be the correct one for the bike, but it just doesn't look right. I think I'd definitely prefer to see it without it. Anyway, I'm going to undo these here. I've undone that a bit so I can, because this side bit with the indicators I mounted to was sort of in the way to get the bolt. Hello, where did that come from? Oh, out of there. I'll leave it out so I don't lose it. Get it in the pot. Right, yeah, I'm going to undo that, see what happens. There we go. Yes, that's not the right one for the bike, no chance. It's got a part number on it I can run, see what it is off. Yeah, no way is that for this bike. That's something for a headlight that's shaped like that. Like whoopy shape. Anyway, if you think that fits your bike and you want it, give me a shout. Okay, that looks better. Right, now to see how we get in at this bulb. Is this on pins? Yeah. Oh, there we go, straight off. Right, bulb. I could do with a little hand. Someone's at my door. It was Trace at the door, knocking. She's come in and said, "That looks like a getaway bike." I can go with that. That's kind of, yeah, that's kind of true. You see them in the movies, the naughty people, they're always on a black motorbike, aren't they, when they've robbed the bank or doing a drive-by shooting or something. They're always on a black supermoto-y off-roader. So yeah, we'll call it the getaway bike. I'm not going to go and robbing banks anytime soon. It'd be nice, the proceeds from it would be lovely, but no, I don't think I'd like the prison time. I call it the getaway bike. And they always get the sound wrong in them movies, don't they? It'd be a great big like 4-stroke and they'll dub over with a 2-stroke noise. All the other way round. I don't know why they always get the bike noise wrong in movies. Anyway, let's crack on. Right, just got that out of the way a bit more. I can get all in here now. Get all the back of the ignition clean. Get all the grub off the wiring and cables. You know, just all the typical places on bikes, you know. Just for a general clean, people don't really bother getting into all these places, and obviously after a bit they do deteriorate, so I like to get in all there. Luckily all this is coming up quite nice. It is. It's not too bad at all. Amazingly as well for Yamaha, all the coating seems sort of okay. They are known for decaying slightly or skimping on the coatings with Yamaha. From bikes I've had in the past, I've experienced that, where the coatings are not the best. But this ain't too bad. It's definitely cleaning up. Look at that, it's coming up quite nice. I'll get down there now. I've just found this hiding behind the front light there. I thought, oh no, some electrical's gone wrong. I don't like the look of that. And then I realised it's like a little dog. See that? His front paws, his back end with his tail in the air. It was obviously some sort of toy that, I don't know, lit up, made a little barking noise, but his head's fell off. So it's not a part of the bike, we're good. I don't know how that would have even got. Might have been on a key ring. Good chance it was probably a key ring and it's just dropped in down behind the headlight. Anyway, it's not a bit of the bike, which is the main thing. Okay, moving forward a little bit, I've decided to just take a few more things out of the way. I can get everything a lot better now. We can get all this cleaned up, places where you couldn't get at. We can now get at all the forks, which is obviously going to be a lot better for the bike. Getting rid of all this grime off it, because eventually stuff like that starts eating away at surfaces. And then it's on the slippery slope then. So it'd be nice, sort of give it, although obviously the bike's not bad at all, but doing a proper deep clean like this sort of gives it a new lease of life. Yeah, it won't take long. Get all that cleaned up now, get everything back in with the new ball bin. I can get it everything. Alright, it's all starting to come up nice. I'm going to crack this little half mud guard off at the bottom. Might as well. We're in it now, get all that cleaned off, and we'll get all this back together with a new bulb in the headlight, and then we'll go for the exhaust pipe, because that part of the bike is letting it down a little bit, but it's one of them. The exhaust is at the front of the bike, it's in the firing line of everything, so it's normal. It's also nice going around all the fixes and cracking them loose, and it gives you a chance to spot any problems that may be occurring when you're going through it like this and giving it a proper deep clean, and allow you to put it right before it turns into something major. Not that a lot can go wrong, but still in my eyes, it's worth doing, and I absolutely love cleaning bikes. I should just start a business up where I'm just cleaning bikes. I'll be proper happy, just tinkering around and cleaning people's bikes, like proper deep clean. I'm a simpleton. That'd keep me happy forever. See, see, it's not that bad. Just needs a thorough clean. And I've got a good friend that absolutely hates these half mud guards, so I'm going to put it back on just for him, just to annoy him. At the end of the day, it's there doing a job. It's not doing a very good job by the look of them exhausts, but it will keep a bit of muck off the front of the bike. There we go. Look, we can get into all that now. Get all that muck off. Looks like that's just starting to wear through the coating a little bit. I mean, it has got a few chips here and there, but it's an old bike really, so. And it is going to get used. It will gain a few more chips and little knocks over time. As long as we keep it looked after, mechanically sound. As soon as you've done a deep clean like this, it's a lot easier to keep on top of. Right, that's all the lower mudguard all nice and clean now. Get the little brace back on. All clean behind that and underneath. Make sure that's lined up. In fact, I'll leave that little one loose till we got all this back on, then I'll tighten everything up. Just going to give the fixings for that lower mudguard a little bit of a polish up, nothing mad, just put a sheen back on them. Make them look a bit fresher, a bit grubby. I'm not going mad enough to take the plating off. There we go. Get the rest of them done, we'll get that back on. Right, that's all that done back up. We've got this a lot more respectable now. I've done all underneath as well. All up here is a bit better. Yeah, looking good. So we'll get the bulb in now and we'll get all the shrouds back on the forks. Okay, that's the front end all back together. Bulb changed, everything cleaned. At least we got in behind everything. We know all the fork stanchions are nice and clean. The yokes are nice and clean down there, a lot better than what they were. I just spotted that we have a bolt missing off this little crossbar, which I will sort out. In fact, it's still got remnants of one in there. I don't quite know what's happened there. As long as that ain't snapped off. Oh no, I don't know. I don't quite know what's going on there then. I'll have to sort that out. Tell you what, I've not started it up yet, have I? Let's have a listen before I remove the exhaust pipes. Sounds good. Yeah, it's proper nice quiet engine. Well, not that end, that end's not quiet, but that end is. Right, pipes off then. So then, this is the bit on the bike that lets it down the most. Now, it won't take a lot of doing, so I think I'm going to take the big old cans off first. Obviously, on this bike, there's two of them, and then at least I can get all these cleaned up then. I may even look into a heel guard here, because it's obviously catching boots by the look of that melt mark there. I might even make something like a little plate there that we can clamp on. As we go forward, it progressively gets worse. I'll say if I get these clean and then I can keep on top of them, yeah, so that's really letting the bike down. But they'll clean up, and obviously the crash guard is right in the firing line of the wheel, so I'll get all that sort of painted again. We'll flat that out, and I'll use that bit of Raptor paint on there, and yeah, it should last a little while longer. So probably crash bars off first, then we'll work from that end, and a massive fingers crossed that all the fixings behave themselves. As you're probably aware, I'm guessing some of you guys have had some terrible experiences with exhaust pipe fixings. They can either go well or very, very bad. So hopefully that's going to be okay. And with it all coming off, it'll give it a refresh. Obviously the fixings and all that, cracking all them off and getting them out is not a bad thing. And I enjoy this level of cleaning and maintenance. I enjoy it, and I'll say if you get any problems in the future, stuff is a bit easier to take off. Hopefully we'll have no problems. Thoroughly enjoying it already. I've been looking at graphics kits. There's some very, very nice ones out there that will make the bike look a bit different, and it's nice when you've got a new bike to give it your own little touches, isn't it? Get your own little personal touch. And yeah, trouble is the graphic kits are about 130 quid-ish, so that won't be happening just yet, because I'd rather get the mechanical side of the bike right first. Something like a graphics kit can come whenever, further down the way. But I think, I don't know, I keep going back to the yellow one. There's something about yellow and black when it comes to Yamaha. I think it's a great combination. Either way it goes, a yellow bike with the black speed blocks, or a black bike with the yellow Yamaha speed blocks, or something along them lines. I think that may be happening at some point in the future. Anyway, let's pop everything off this thing and get it cleaned. Right, that joint is feeling absolutely solid, so we're going for the one that goes to the splitter. That feels like it's going to play the game a bit more. There we go. Ooh. Right, that's both cans off. That'll also allow me to get under here better and clean all under here. The shock doesn't look too bad, it's quite clean actually. You should look at that in there. That's not too bad. I've got to do something with the back light as well, because that's broken, which I knew. I'm not sure if I want to put a bit of a tail tidy on there or not. I don't know. But I have got to secure this, make this a little bit better till I have a think about what I'm going to do long term. Right, under here then. So, as you can see, it's a bit messy. We've got the mounting points there, and we have got a joining piece as well, joining the two pipes together. So I'm hoping all this is going to start behaving itself now. This is where, if anything's going to be tight and horrible, it'll be this end of the pipe. I'll just see how we go. Right, we just had the first awkward one. Whew! So it's the mounting bracket that's underneath the bike. Right here, you see where you got the ratchet on there. I've just had to do a little bit of persuading with the impact driver there, which didn't actually undo it, but it's definitely sort of shocked it enough to now get it on the move. which is good, and I've not chewed anything up, which is also good. I'm just dreading the other side now. Yeah, I think I'll be looking for something stainless to put back in there. With probably a little bit of copper slip on, because that wasn't good. That was very, very touch and go. Right, let's have a look at the other side. Whew. Okay, same thing with this side. Horrendously tight. Let's say with all the heat cycles on the exhaust, this is normal. So, give it a few thumps with the impact driver. Very awkward to get into, and I'm hoping it's enough to get it on the move. Oh no, it'll go. So I'll basically keep doing that till it gives up. Right. It's a bit awkward this side, because obviously the bike's on its side stand leaning towards me. I'm gonna have to try and